Hello, hello. So today I am sitting down with Chris from Storybox Cinema. I had the opportunity to meet him actually in Maui. He is based in Cleveland, Ohio, and you're gonna learn a little bit more about how he works and how he's networked in our interview, but he actually flew out to shoot the Not Pro workshop that we had last November, I think. And I've watched his whole career it pretty much explode. He's now working with the top of the top in the wedding world, traveling all over the world. He has an incredible eye for telling a couple's story. I am so inspired by his work. I'm so inspired by his business approach. He knows what he's good at. He is focused on growth for the business, but he's also dabbling in a lot of other things. He actually is opening up a venue, which he's going to tell us a little bit about. But today you're going to hear a little bit of his tips of how he's gotten from new to the wedding world into the luxury market so quickly, and some of his networking approaches. So don't miss it and stay tuned for the interview.
Well, we are at the beautiful Fairmont Dam. Too bad they can't actually see this view, which I'll edit into this. We're on the same flight today.
Yes.
Surprisingly, in Denver.
Yeah.
Usually I don't hear my name called from anywhere.
From a zombie walking up
Yeah.
and slept. Yeah.
It's a big wedding week, and it's also engaged, so...
Yeah.
I wanted to sit down. I feel like every time we've had the chance to connect, I feel like we connect in a lot of different ways in terms of like our entrepreneurship mindset, where we are young creatives, and we're somehow working in this luxury wedding world that I think we both kind of stumbled on a little bit. I mean, I think that we're both probably, if I can use the word aspirational, I think we're aspirational entrepreneurs, and especially doing skills like stationery and film, it's like, okay, how do I take this to the highest level I possibly can take it?
Yeah.
And not really knowing what that path looks like. And somehow we've made it. And I feel like I firsthand have actually seen you grow into the luxury wedding world, because when we were in Maui for the Not Pro workshop, that was in October, November.
Yeah.
Somewhere around then.
Yeah, like not that long ago.
We reconnected at Engaged in Zouk last December, and then now you're traveling the world like crazy. And I know from our previous conversation, even today, you were like, I did not know. Yeah. Like, I thought everything was done in terms of my video business.
Yeah.
And so today I want to talk a little bit more about like how you got to where you were, like what that plateau was, and then how you've actually taken the last 6 months and really taken it 3 times as much income, which is something I think every viewer, if you're in video or not, wants to know, what is your technique and how can I duplicate it? So let's hear your story.
Video, I've started since I was a kid. I've always wanted to be filming. I think I started in church group. Someone handed me a camera.
And they're like, go.
And I looked through the lens and I was like, got it. That's what I want to do. So since then, I mean, all the way through college, studied video. I worked for a production company for 3 years, where I learned a ton of like the skills.
Okay.
And then, long story short, is me and my wife moved to Cleveland. I had a job offer from a wedding video company.
So were you doing mostly corporate then?
Yeah, commercials, documentaries, like that sort of
different
stuff.
Storytelling.
I've never done a wedding from 2 years ago.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then I had one friend ask me to do a wedding. I said, okay. And then...
here you are.
Yep.
That's awesome. So in Cleveland, is your base, obviously. And have you built your wedding business in Cleveland as well?
Yeah, so that's where we moved to Cleveland and I started doing weddings. It was really fun. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of amazing weddings that happen in Cleveland, and then I kind of got turned on to like, wait, there's more out there, destination weddings, and I was like, I want to travel. And then that's how it started.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, I mean, since you've been in the wedding world, I started my business 10 years ago, and everything was very centralized. Like, you are in Austin, Texas, you're in Dallas, Texas, you're in Omaha, Nebraska, you're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you use your vendor team that is around you. Right. And I think with the trends of Pinterest and with the personalization and the ease of connecting with a vendor, it makes the world super small, that now you're hiring based on talent, based on like how they creatively see that expression and connecting with people. So you were like, okay, I want to travel for free or have a reason to travel. And so how did you, like, what was your first step in thinking, I now want to be a destination for videographer?
The first step, so I was originally from Seattle, then we moved to Cleveland, so when I thought of destination weddings, I thought of Hawaii. Like, exactly what you're saying, I was able to just connect with someone from Hawaii, a wedding planner. Long story short, we met, she brought me out, we did a wedding shoot, like a styled shoot at the Four Seasons Lanai with Haley Page, and just this, I mean, it was an incredible shoot.
And I think we said earlier, you were like, who's Haley Page?
I don't know who Haley Page was, I don't know what the Four Seasons was. It was like, I get to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's all that
You're like, done.
Done, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know who anyone was, but that tried to just put everything into that shoot that I could, and then that shoot ended up kind of helping me out a lot.
Leveraging a lot. So that makes me think of, while we're on the topic, so giving away your time for free.
Yeah.
How have you kind of balanced how much you're giving and knowing, like, you know, is it taking away, you know, when are you feeling like you're being taken advantage of, and when are you also like, this is an investment that I want to pursue, especially with you not knowing the industry and names, you know, when this random person's asking you for something, it's like, now what? Yeah,
so, okay, my answer to that is, I think for me, my goal is to build relationships with people. And that's how I do business, is building relationships, and then hopefully we get to do business together. And so if I can give something away for free, I kind of think of video or anything that I do as a tool in my tool belt. If I can use that tool to build a relationship quicker, then I'll happily do it. And if it's with someone that I need to build a relationship with, then I'll do it. And so that's kind of how I think about it. And so I know some people are like, never give away any creative thing for free ever. It's super, I mean, I think it is valuable, and I want to get paid for it when I want to get paid for it, but also it's an amazing tool to be able to build awesome relationships with, and how awesome is it that I can give it away for free? Like,
and do you view it as like a marketing kind of thing? Because do you do any other marketing?
No.
Yeah. I mean,
no.
I feel like your focus is relationships, and I think that speaks loudly with, and also for a startup company in general, giving away your time for free is a lot cheaper than giving away a product or investing in social media or print ads or advertising. It's like actually connecting and showing up and being present.
I do a couple other things, like I advertise on The Knot. I have some flyers that I've sent, but like, for sure, I'm willing to give stuff away for free if it's if it can expedite the building of the relationship.
Yeah.
And I think even on that note, I think we all only want to work with people that we like working with. So I basically want to find out if we like working together really fast. I don't want to wait another 3 years to see if we like working together, then we kind of don't.
Yeah.
I'd rather kind of figure that out now and get that relationship
going. And I think
going.
with as many vendor types and vendors that are in this industry, the masses, I think really also you have the choice to work with the people you want to work with. And so it's kind of like,
it's way more fun.
Fail fast, like meet them, figure it out, and then like if it's working, you know, both parties knows it's working, and this is actually a less stressful environment by collaborating, or it's like, we're not really driving, or aesthetically we're not a good fit, and it's okay
it's mutually
to part
beneficial
ways.
if we both get along, and then I think then that relationship takes off. So I want to find those relationships fast.
Yeah. The Knot says that luxury is $95,000.
Yeah.
Which in my perspective is like medium high luxury. You know, how has your perspective on luxury weddings changed?
I guess it can go both. I mean, in one sense, it's very different, as it's like, I don't even know what to say. I'm going to say both. Like, it's really different, and also it's the same. Like,
I get that.
Yeah. Like it's
still two people getting married.
Two people
They're
getting married.
still the same.
But even from a vendor point of view, we're still all sitting in the back eating a vendor meal and just getting tell funny wedding stories during dinner time. I think that's fun.
I feel like there needs to be a whole documentary about the back end of that, because I feel like no one knows.
Oh, yeah.
Or even just what goes into it. Like I think of, you know, all the times that stationery products show up wrong, or there just things happen and the couple never knows. That's our job, is to make it as clean and simple and stress-free as possible.
Maybe that is a thing, is things still go bad all the time.
Yeah, exactly, at any price point.
But then they don't, but you can't let them go bad. They're going bad, but they're not going bad.
So you are a man juggling a lot of things, and you are in the process of opening up a wedding venue in Cleveland called the Madison. Is that right? Okay. And that's just a whole nother like mind crazy. Like
Yeah.
you're essentially now paralleling two businesses, growing two businesses, developing two businesses. Have you found that they kind of feed each other creatively? Like, is it allowing you to like take a break on video stuff to put your energy here, and it's thriving the other business? And how are you kind of structuring your time juggling both? I mean, with structure or just how you feel?
Yeah. I would say, one, I don't feel like I have two different jobs. I don't really feel like they're two different things because they kind of both fit this idea that I love being a host, and I love parties, and I just want people to have the best time that they can. So with weddings, for my videos, I kind of say I'm just trying to be a mirror and reflect back the beauty that's happening.
Oh, that's
I'm not trying to
beautiful.
make it fake, or I'm not I just want to show what's happening.
Yeah.
That's my goal. And with the venue, I'm able to then have those events and
within that space.
Yeah, how cool is that? These like beautiful events, maybe it's birthdays or weddings or big
Anniversary parties.
Yeah, I love having people over to my house and cooking. So this is just like an extension of that. So in that sense, it just feels like an
extension of.
Yeah, it's just fun.
And essentially, I mean, you're marketing to the same people.
Yeah.
Like you're connecting with a lot of,
Yeah, the connections I had from the video, it easily worked for the venue, and but yeah, it's a whole nother thing, that's for sure. But I'm just saying, mentally, it feels just like I get to have a really cool job.
Are you splitting your time to like 50-50?
No, so we're under construction now. We've been in construction for probably almost a year. Before that, it was about a year of architect drawings and the city. So
it's been a journey.
Oh, yeah.
This is a huge journey.
Yeah, it's been a lot. So when wedding season isn't happening, I'm editing and meeting, working on the back end of things for the venue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been a little crazy at the moment. It's like I'm traveling all over the world. I'm also showing the venue. I'm selling the venue. I'm responding to all the leads for the video, editing the video. It's crazy. So now we have someone doing more for the Madison.
Which is helpful.
Oh,
Extremely.
it's
And
the
again,
best.
if it's like not something you're interested in, then delegate it.
Oh, yeah. How about that? That's my biggest advice: is delegate when you can for the things that you suck at.
Yeah. I think it's hard when you feel like you're lacking money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there a way that you've overcome, like, in times when you haven't had the money to delegate, or do you just
No, that's the motivation.
Okay.
Is to make more money, so I don't have to do certain things.
I think that's a mind switch. So if you can do that.
I mean, I'm not saying it always is just like, great, I need to make more money. But it's like, okay, I do not want to be doing this certain task anymore. Okay, well, the only way forward is to have some more finances, be able to pay someone who's awesome at that. I just want to have fun and do the things that I love doing, which makes the world awesome, and it makes my job a little more fun.
I feel like, there's definitely times in my business and businesses where you're just surviving. I feel like there's because I think that a lot of times you're in the weeds, but you also are like needing to figure out stuff fast.
Yeah.
So it's just like you actually can't really break to do anything else except for fail fast and like figure it out.
I love failing fast.
That's what I say too.
See, the one thing I do for productivity, because I'm really good at putting out things I hate doing. I really just like put them off. And
I always do the things that'll take me like 5 minutes, not the things that'll take me an hour. And so then I end up wasting a whole day of 5-minute things.
Yes.
It's the worst.
So
it's
for the
really
hard things
attention.
that I keep putting off. This sounds dumb, but it's just like count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just go do it. Do the thing that you don't want to do for 3 seconds.
Okay.
And then you end up doing it for way longer. Because it's just for me, a lot of times it's the mountaintop of like, oh my gosh,
I know.
have this huge thing to do. If I just start it.
And I'm like such a lead with my heart kind of person. Like I get really creatively involved in a project, and I like all of that energy. I'm like, I'm gonna do this right now. And then all the things that are not that.
Oh, push those things
Especially anything that's like actually business related. Like,
Yep.
luckily I have a bookkeeper and an accountant because I don't do any of that anymore. But there's certain things that it's just like I know my energy is best here, but I need to be better about prioritizing.
And it gets you over that hump of doing, and then you're like, I'm only going to do this for 5 seconds, and then you end up doing it for 20 minutes and getting it done. So,
and then it's over with.
That's been a big help.
You're an incredibly respected businessman in the wedding industry, and you've not been here very long. So, how would you accredit those successes?
I think the one thing that I've learned, and even from a boss from a couple years ago, and he told me just to focus on the things that you're good at.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's dumb. That makes no sense. And then I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. No one's ever going to hire me to do finances. Mm-hmm. They're never going to hire me to do that. They're never going to hire me to organize Like, you're not gonna hire me to plan your wedding because I'm not like organized like that. What
Sure.
they're gonna hire me to do a wedding video and tell their story. And so, like, I've just tried. It's been difficult, but if I can focus on the things that I'm good at, then if that can carry everything else.
And I think that takes, I guess, putting your pride aside a little bit, because I think as an entrepreneur, it's like I can do everything, and as a confident person, you're also like I can do everything, but really being okay with owning who you are and bringing people alongside you who are great at the other sides of it actually leverages you much faster, and you can get so much more done.
Yeah. So I think that's what's been fun is to I would encourage anyone to just focus at what they're really good at, find what they're really good at, and just go on that, because it can bring everything else with you. All the things that you aren't good at, your strengths will
shine.
Yeah, your strengths will pull everything else through.
That's awesome. I think it's a great way to end it. Let's go get another Negroni and start this weekend, well, in Manhattan. Of course, you need a new one. That last drip. So Chris and I are just finishing our interview. Don't do that. So where can people find you online?
Okay, you can find Storybox Cinema on Instagram, at Storybox Cinema, or storyboxcinema.com, and the Madison is themadisonvenue.com.
Which is giving us behind the scenes as to what's going on, and you definitely need to go check out the progress. And when's your first wedding?
Our first event is in the first weekend in August, so like next month.
Oh, whoa, okay. Well, we'll get to see it come to fruition.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for meeting me in Banff.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So Chris and I could have literally talked for hours. He is so mature and has really led a life of just really following what he's good at, and has a lot of self-instincts as to kind of what to do next. There's very few people that I meet, and within a short amount of time, we actually have a similar backstory. We're both young entrepreneurs, and we both grew up listening to the same music, and some other similarities. So it was really lovely. We could have talked forever. I hope you enjoyed the things that he had to share with us. And reach out to him, tell him what you loved about the interview, and follow along as he continues his journey and the Madison, because you're not going to want to miss what